Hello and welcome to Muse Talk. My name is Gadede Akusebefia. Here we speak to artists. We get to know their story, how it started, what the journey is like for them, and what the future looks like. This episode is brought to you by Sweet Flower. They're expert in putting your sanitary products together for you. And the interesting thing is you get to select what exactly works for you. So your preferred sanitary pad, your preferred panty liner, your heat pad, your water bottle, your period bag, whatever it is, what makes you comfortable, you select, and it's an affordable price. I mean, what else can you ask for? Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll be right back after this break.
YOLA.
What's up, people? You welcome to my channel. My name is Mr. Music, and this is the Biscuit Podcast.
That's why it's between two matured people.
That's why before the beginning we understood what we're doing. We are grown-ups. We know what we are doing. And you have to know, I'm in love with you, but that's not what we agreed on in the beginning.
We want to leave. And it's like so, divorce rates are higher and all because if we were to do our traditional style of
that
life,
traditional thing is what pisses me off. That's what me I am trying to say.
No, why do you
means
think we
that-
are the type of girl you want?
it means that only need
with big boobs.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you come back to that.
Thank you.
7 years ago, things changed. See, that's a problem. You are not my type.
Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe. See you on the flip side.
Let the money pass it, David. Do. I go put them straight in your libido. Do. You go shout, do. When me fast so like.
Hello and welcome back. It's still the Muse Talk. My guest today is an acoustic musician. He goes by the name Clemuzick. Hello and welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
Who is Clemuzick?
Clemuzick is an accountant by profession
Oh, okay.
and a musician. I am a co-owner of the Clem Nova acoustic band. Yeah.
Okay, so accountant, musician, and the
Yes.
owner of a band.
Yes.
How are you able to merge all three together on a daily?
Okay, so it's all about the scheduling. So what I do is I try to create spaces between time I have to go for shows and then time I have to respond to calls and other things. So my professional life first,
8 to 5?
and then 8 to 5, and then once that's out the window, then it's everything music.
So that is to say that with your profession as a musician, you only do that after work.
Yes, after work and then weekends or probably holidays.
Okay.
So where I work, for instance, my boss understands that I would have to go for maybe shows, programs, or any other thing. So even when it is time, he's gonna go like. So normally Fridays I play. So when it's time, he's gonna go like, "Don't you have a show today?"
Oh, that's a good boy.
So I mean, once that is done, I just move out.
Oh, that's
Like
very
this.
understanding
Yeah.
of him. So take me through your educational background. Let's start properly. Yeah.
Okay, so I went to a government school, in Ugbawe.
Okay.
Now it's Ugbawe MA cluster of schools, where I completed. So I started from primary and then ended my JHS by BEC. Then I went to St. Thomas Aquinas,
Oh, okay.
where I completed, and then I went to University of Ghana, Legon, where I offered Bachelor of Arts in Administration. I did accounting.
So how did music come into the picture?
Okay, so right along the line from primary, my mom used to be a church elder. So we kind of like go to church, then to the house, church to the house. And then there was an opportunity to actually learn an instrument in church, because then the church was renting people to come and play and then pay them and then all that. So it was like, okay, why don't we get somebody who is going to be an in-house person? So that is where the whole thing started. So I started from the drum section, and then after some time I just moved on to the piano before going to the guitar.
Oh, wow.
So that's how it started.
That's
So
how it started.
it just started as something I'll just do for fun, something I'll just do in the house and all that. That's basically it.
You started music for you started in the church.
Yes.
Are you still in the church?
Yes, I'm still in the church.
But you play elsewhere as well?
Yes, I play it. I think it's a matter of how you want to define your music and what music means to you. So I understand there are a lot of musicians who are probably in the gospel circles and they listen to secular music. Now I don't know the difference between gospel music and secular music.
Music is music.
Music is music, because there is nowhere quoted in the Bible where you go see something like gospel music and secular music. There are some secular music, so called, that makes so much sense than even the gospel music. So it's just me trying to expand my understanding of music and then trying to move anywhere. I will tell you, I don't sing profane songs.
What
Agreed.
is profane song?
Good. So profane songs are songs that goes beyond what we call normality in our society.
What is normal?
So, for instance, in the part of society where we come up, there are certain things you can say in public. There are certain words you can utter in public. So, if you are out there and you are playing for a large group of people, there are certain things you'll not be able to say, because in our society, those things are things you say indoors. You understand? So, I would classify those songs as profane music, because if a song that if I should sing right now, somebody's going to go like, come on, this song is not something you could do here. But aside that, call it gospel, whatever it is. I mean, so far as is going to inspire somebody, it's going to make somebody feel less stressed, right? That is it for me.
But when you say profane music, do you say it in the light of negativity, like it's negative music, or it's just a name you give it to? You give to it because of the kind of words in it?
I wouldn't say negative music. I wouldn't say negative music because I don't think there is any negative music. You see, music, people do music based on moods, based on experiences in life. So, per that person's mood and experience at that point in time, the music came to light. So you would not be able to sit back and say, okay, so this song is negative, but it's about the words in the song, where I find myself, and if I can use this. There are certain songs that when you go outside there and you sing, it's cool.
It's okay.
But in the Ghanaian society, certain songs you can't. If you're in your room, you can listen to it, but
or maybe
once you
the
walk
kind
out,
of people your
exactly.
target audience
Yes,
might
yes.
appreciate that for you.
Yes.
Okay. So I take it that you do for the space, let's say secular music and gospel music.
Yes.
How do your church people accept it? Because when you go and sing, for instance, at an event, and you sing secular music, and then Sunday morning you go to church and lead praises. I mean, church people are very funny, if I should put it that way. How do they embrace this whole thing?
Okay, so to start off, in church I don't sing.
Okay.
So I'm a pianist in church. But what happens is that from the beginning there were a bit of conflict there was a conflict. So trying to understand why you should be in the gospel circles rather than the secular circles. And I've always been that person that would always tell you, okay, for instance, I can sing a song like, we thank you, Lord. Let's put that aside. What if I start singing, Be a Kwame Mami, oh? How would you tell me this? So you're going to tell me that because that song was written by somebody who you think in your head is a secular musician, that song is not good. That's why I'm saying that there is a line. So anytime that topic comes up, I go like, there are certain songs. For instance, if I say dream big, I am not singing anything that I think should be a problem. You see, it's about what the song is doing for that person, what it means to the person listening. So in church, I don't sing. There are some times that probably I want to do a solo that is fine, but I don't sing. So beginning, it was a problem. But as time went on, I think they kind of understood the angle I'm coming from and then why it is what it is. So I'm not going to say it's an easy road. It was a difficult road. And I trust if my mom was alive, probably she's going to be on my neck like, no,
all
you don't go
time.
there.
Yeah.
My dad, well,
he's okay.
He doesn't really mind. Yeah.
As far as it makes you happy, he's fine. Let's talk about your band.
Yeah.
Tell me more about it.
So I was playing with new music.
Okay.
So I started off with new music. So I met Nee, I think in level 100 when I was in Legon. So I met Nee, and then after meeting Nee, I was with Nee. So I was coming to me side, trying to perfect the guitar, trying to understand certain things in terms of playing live. So I was underneath for I think a couple of like 4 years with me. So with me, I met a guy from Hitmaker, Gabi Nova. So once I was with Gabi Nova, then he proposed the idea that look, it looks like myself and Gabi have some chemistry. So why don't we make it a group, find a name for it, and just move. So it was actually Nee's idea to put up the band. So the original idea was to be myself, Gabi Nova, and then Benny. But Benny had a job in Kumasi, so he left. So then it was myself and then Gabi. So initially it was a bit shaky as to whether it was going to work, it was not going to work, because by then Gabi was a hitmaker contestant, so to get him was difficult. So we had to wait. And then once he was done, so whenever I have a gig, I just go with Gabi. Whenever I have a gig, I just go with Gabi. So it was kind of like people were seeing us together. So I started with him. I was like, okay, so now let's put up this idea. Let's go this way. And then, so the Clem was from my side, and then the Nova was from his side. So that's how come the name became Clem Nova Acoustics.
How long have you guys been in existence as a band?
Oh, okay. So as a band, it's just a year. Yes, but we've actually been playing this around 3 years.
Okay, but
officially for the band, it's just been a year.
So how's it been going?
Trust me, it's been bad, it's been good.
I mean, everything has good and bad sides, so it's fine.
So, the beginning was difficult because I don't have time.
Of course, you're an accountant.
I don't have time. So, to send out proposals to places for gigs was not something that was really working for me.
Oh, you would have to send proposals.
Yes, a lot of bands. Before you start off, you send proposals to maybe a restaurant or a hotel.
Before you are known, then they start.
You kind of like pitch an idea to them, and then if after showing them maybe several videos of your band and yourself playing, then they will decide to give you a platform. Then after the platform, then they will say, okay, so there's a contract we have. This is how much you want to pay you, and then you move in.
Okay.
So that is what most bands do. Before, after you get the popularity, then people come chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the grassroots work. So that was one thing I felt like, okay, it was going to be difficult. But then I have been playing as a single person before that. So I kind of had people who were going to recommend.
Okay.
So sometimes I just be a call, or this person, this. So it was through recommendation. Then we started playing, and then now we are just where we are. So we actually do not look for gigs. We just there, and then
gigs come.
It just comes.
Sometimes you guys are blessed, though. I mean, with this hitmaker fame and with your fame from singing alone, I think it merges nicely.
Yes, it does.
Wow. So do you sing original songs, or you sing covers or songs of people?
we have original songs that we do sing, and then we have covers. Now the issue with original songs are that people do not really know that. And whenever you're playing a live session and it's not your own, it's your own song, you kind of worry about reception. How are these people taking it? So mostly to get their attention and to make them understand what you do, you kind of do covers. Now, with the kind of covers we do, we change everything entirely.
Okay.
Arrangements, how the song moves. So there are some songs that you hear us sing. If you listen to the original, it's different. And we've been having that issue for some time now. Like, people go like, oh, I want to download this song. They download the song and then it's different. And then they go like, no, I want the one you did. And then we go like, it's not recorded. It was just something at the moment.
Because it's a live performance.
Exactly. So it's just something that was actually done at the moment right there. So sometimes, even if you ask us to record, what might come out might be different from what you actually heard that day. So that's it. So we mostly do covers.
But I have been at places where they play live music, like what you do, and Ghanaians have a very interesting way of accepting things, because You know, when you're playing it, like the DJ is playing the song, it
Yeah.
comes with so other effects and it makes the song
Yeah.
whole and
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Live music is also beautiful, but accepting it, the typical Ghanaian crowd, they get a bit fidgety at a point. So, how do your audience accept the kind of music you do?
Okay. So I think to start off, we have to give credit to some few people. You know, Six String started this with Serum, with Nee, with Nanana. So they have been like the face of acoustic music. So the people who know what it is, when they ask you, because you know acoustic music, the setups are very easy. Like it's an easy going thing, and it's not something of a loud sound. So most of the times, because it's based on recommendation, the people coming in already know
Okay.
what they are coming in
In
for.
four.
Now, aside from knowing what they are coming in for, when people come around and they hear what goes on, you know, when you're behind, you feel like about 5 people playing. But then the moment you enter, you realize, no, it's just one single person and somebody singing. So it gives you like that wow moment, like, wow, I thought there were a lot of people playing. Right. And that is because of what goes in it, the craft, and how long things have been transpired. Like things have moved on from the beginning. So if you hear people like new music play, people like Nanana play, you feel like there are so many things going on there. And that's the same thing when it comes to the acoustic music. So it doesn't feel like naked, like you know, it's like a naked music. So you hear all the percussion, you hear all the bass lines, whatever you need to hear if you are to listen to a whole music at at a, like let's say a recorded version of the song. So that's what happened. So like the reception so far has been very good because people get blown away when they come and realize it's just a single person.
Okay.
And the conversation goes like, how are you able to play all this in one? Like, so I mean the reception is been good, and I think per trend it looks like people would be going in more for acoustic type of music for a long time.
Why do you say that?
Now I say that because you meet people, oh, can you play at my wedding? Oh, I have this naming ceremony, would you play? Oh, I have this party coming up, I want you to play. Previously, it was going to be like a live band session, but right now it's like the live band has become that expensive side to go.
Okay.
Plus, if you are bringing in a live band, then you might also want to look at the sound you are giving out that day. Now, an average band is going to charge you like 3,000 CDs for just maybe a 3-hour section, whereas an acoustic musician might charge you like maybe 1,500 or 1,000 max, like minimum, to actually play for you. And when he comes, whatever you have there, whatever sound you have there, he's just going to tap in and just go live.
But are there not different feels? Like when you have a band, it's a different vibe. When you have an acoustic musician too, it's a different vibe. So depending on the kind of vibe.
Well, the vibe may be different because probably then you have a lot of people playing things individually and there will be a level of enrichment. But I mean, we are in a country where everybody is price sensitive. Nobody thinks
Everyone will go for the cheaper one,
about
it's true.
nobody's going to think about whatever. It's my money, what they can do. And so far as I'm going to get that quality and the people who are going to be involved are not going to feel like, it was thou, they're good to go.
So do you still play as an individual, or right now it's
No, right now I don't.
So when someone comes to Clem, I just want you to grace my occasion, not the band, just you.
Okay.
Is it allowed?
No, if it's just me, it's allowed. But then, the moment you approach me, I make you understand that this is not a one-man game. Like, there are other people who are also involved. So the moment you pitch an idea to me, I make you understand that. So this is how things goes on around here. And the pricing you get is based on several factors and several elements. So you understand what you're going in for. But then if you come forward and go like, oh, maybe it's not something like sort of a gig, I just need you like maybe a 5-minute section, then it would never make sense to carry the whole team to the place and back. I mean,
speaking of pricing, do people appreciate what you do in terms of payment? I like the way you just
there's
on that.
there is an issue when it comes to pricing in this country. I mean, there are moments where you get angry, and the moment you mention the price, and the person goes like, "Okay, come."
Okay.
But most often, people, even if they can pay, they would bargain.
I think it's a cultural thing. Like we have to bargain no matter the price.
That's the unfortunate thing. But you see, you sometimes bargain. You end up playing the gig and you actually make more than you actually charged for.
Because when you're singing, people tip you.
And even the person goes like, okay, look, I'm going to pay for extension. Now, extension even costs more than you get. So I'll end up playing for you, but you end up paying actually more than I'm actually going to charge you.
So the thing is a strategy.
You get it. It's how you just want to go about it. So as for the pricing, I mean, there are sometimes that people will say mean things. Like one time somebody called, I sent out, because I have everything is structured. So once you text me how much do I just send you a whole sheet. Everything is there. Then you choose the one you think you can afford, and then the terms on which you want to pay and everything. And then I sent one, and someone like, hey, now Oba guitar I know what to know.
That statement.
I feel like, whoa, Keke, why then do you need me?
Boy.
Okay, so I'm giving you the guitar. I just want you to sing for the next 10 minutes, and I'm going to play the thing for free. And it was just something else. Because a lot of people just feel like, oh, it's normal thing. But the people who really understand the thing, when they see you playing and singing, they go like, but how are you able to merge the two? Because it's actually a skill. It's something you need to actually master, because you need to understand a whole lot of things that goes in there. So, I mean, for the normal Ghanaian, I just want the music. So, I mean it's just a price. So sometimes it's so mean when it comes to pricing. But then, if you know your worth and know what you are going to give out there, I mean, because I'm not even looking for the gig in the first place, and you're coming on recommendation. I mean, you know.
Who recommended you? And what did the person tell you?
You get. And then, so there is every first Sunday of the month, a friend has been organizing what we call the musical Sunday. There's just a room section, right? And people just come around. So sometimes when they come around and they go talk to him, like, Charlie, I need this guy. Now, when he comes to me, he tells me, oh, okay, so this person needs you. So the moment you come, he's already told you what you're coming to face. So when you come and I give you the price, and it's going to look like, oh, it's too much. It's going to like, okay, so can you do something about it? Maybe they will not even tell me, but they'll go through him again, because, I mean, he's a good friend. So then I say, okay, look, let's do this. And then we are game. So because you're coming based on recommendation, it makes it difficult for you to kind of like tweak the pricing. But if I'm the one coming to pitch the idea to you, then I would have to tell you, like, because then it means that you have the upper hand. So now what you propose to me, because it's like, I need you. So what you propose to me, if I can work with it, then I'll work with it. But so for us, is on recommendation base. I mean,
have you ever had a bad day of performance? Like you can be like, the songs were not going well. Everything is just basa. Have you ever had a bad day like that?
Okay, not with the band. Okay, yes, with the band, but not with my team.
Okay.
So when we started off playing with new music, is like this, like that.
What is this like that?
The day you think you've actually done well is when new music is going to tell you play the balls.
Oh, okay.
You get it. And the day you feel like people are recommending you is when it's going to tell you, man, you need to sit up. So it's like, working with me, standards are very high. So there is some level of criteria you need to meet before they can even recommend you for a gig. Like, I will not be able to go. You go. He needs to see you there.
Okay.
So there are a couple of times he recommends me when he's not able to go and play a gig. And anytime I go there, it's like, telling me, this is your guy. Then they want to patch me and call me. Then I go like, no. He went through me, so go through me again. Now, that is because of the exposure you get playing with somebody who really understands his craft and what he's doing. So when it comes to myself and the band, we have not really had, like with the band as a whole, there's never been a bad day. There are days that probably you'll be off the mood, but business is business. It needs to go on. No matter whatever emotions you are in.
The show must go on.
Yes. But there are some times that we try to put people on. And then the people we put on are the people who rather gives us the bad day.
Okay.
So if you put somebody on,
you didn't audition those people, you put them on.
You know, sometimes we feel like, now didn't you audition me? Let me put it. And because of the channels and the routes I've been through, I feel like, okay, look, let's let's give people a chance.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
No matter how bad you play, New will let you know in the hard way, like I mean, in the most mean way that you didn't play well, right? And you feel like your spirit will be so down, like at that moment. But then when you come back and then you kind of like listen to yourself, you realize, look, he had a point, so why don't you work on it? But then he'll give you like 30 when you realize things are not going well. Okay, like your last song. Then you move out. Once you move out, then he comes, plays for about the next 10 minutes, fix everything back, and then leaves, like brings in another person.
Okay.
So that is basically what I do. So I will just not get up and just come and put you on my show and I know you're going to mess it up. No. Before I even put you on, I'll be moving with you for 1 or 2 times to see.
So you would have known their...
Yes. So the thing is, playing in your room is different from playing for live audience. So some people can be very good in their room, but when they meet people, then there is this problem about
like me in the bathroom, best singer you can ever get.
So that's the issue. So you put people on, and then sometimes the choices of songs, the play, the whole craft. So when I'm sitting there, I feel like okay. Then I go backstage and go like, okay, so this is your last song. Once you're up, I come and sit and play for like the next 10 minutes. Then I bring on somebody else. So there are days sometimes, I mean, the owners of the place will even call you and tell you like, this person, you know the force.
Goodness. So during the period with me,
Yeah.
Did you for once go like, this thing, I'm an accountant. What is this? Let me just give up and focus on my accounting, and because all this pressure Nee is giving me, I don't know. I'm just tired of it. Was there a moment ever like that?
I don't think there was a moment like that. He will give you the pressure, and he won't allow you go to sleep. Like, you know, like he will tell you, oh, you didn't do well, and then all the things, and then he will allow you go to sleep. No. So there were days we actually come for rehearsals those times. So I think it was Tuesdays, or I think it was Wednesdays and Fridays. So and then when you are coming, you come with your rep.
Okay.
You come and sit down,
What's
through
the rep?
So like the songs you'll be performing,
Okay.
So you come with your whole rep, and then you do the song. You actually play the song for him to listen, and then he'll tell you, you can't do this one. We'll take it out. No, this guy is going to sing this song. Take it out. So by the time you might come with like 10 songs, you go home with like 5. You have to go and please. You get it, and then he has to correct the playing, how to set the mood. Like when to actually go in with the energy, when to calm down, when to let your vocals.
Okay.
So it's like a whole tuition we actually go for free.
Oh, for free? All of this
He
was
was
for
not
free?
charging anything. Are you getting me? Like he just moved us, like he just took us in, and we just got the grooming. You get. So sometimes when people recommend me and then he comes and then they tell him, oh, hey, this is your guy. He goes like, we've actually been through the process. Like the things, I'm sure sometimes the things he does, he himself feels like, oh, like I went too far. But then when you get to the level where I've gotten to now, you get to understand that it was just worth it, because he did this for free. What is he gaining at the end of the day? Like nothing, right? But then to set you on a path where he's also going to sit somewhere and go like, oh, okay, so in some time I also help this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all.
What makes Clemuzick different from the other acoustic musicians?
Wow.
Is that a tough one?
Yes, it is. Because if you hear me play, you may think I sound like me.
I'll hear you play soon, though.
So if you hear me play, you're going to feel like I sound like me. And then sometimes you feel like, no. I have my own way of doing things. Okay. Now, most of the times, it's a choice of songs. Now, playing with me, I realized that it got to a time, New was not putting down his reps. I mean, there are some musicians that write in books, like the song. So they write the song, the progression, the key, and everything, so that it's like, but I realized Nee goes with the flow, like the mood. So what I did was, I also tried to steady. So whenever I'm singing, I'm looking at people, trying to look at people's faces, expression. Are they singing along? What is the mood? Is somebody nodding? The moment I get that vibe, then you are telling me that that song particularly should be repeated again.
Oh.
So you realize that, and because it's been something done for long, the songs automatically arrange in my head. So once I change the song, it's like to an next hit. So
Okay.
it makes you feel like there is a whole package. You know, you're actually on a whole drive that, I mean, you're feeling everything differently. So that is where I think it makes me different. Probably my choice of songs. And how I deliver them.
Yeah.
Right? Because as for the singing, everybody can do it. As for the guitar playing, everybody
can do it.
But then it's a delivery. How you deliver the song, how you sing it, and the thing with me is that, and even Gabby, he knows. There's another guy. He's called Cleos. He's also a guitarist and he sings. The issue is that if I am playing with you or myself, and I am not feeling what I'm doing, I mean, me playing the thing, I'm not feeling it. Then the next person over there who is probably sitting down chatting, it's not really, you get it. So the whole thing starts from me enjoying what I'm doing, because music is all about the mood. If I'm sad and I sing sad song, it will put you in the mood. But then if I'm in that very cool, vibely mood, I mean, it will get you. So it's all about the delivery for me.
So would you say music has placed you on a particular kind of platform?
So many. So many. I can sit here confidently and tell you I make money from music more than from my profession. Yes. Because if I play an average gig for 500 cedis and I play every two, like in every week I have 2 sessions, like constant sessions.
Okay.
So with Lancaster and then with Kiki Bees.
Okay.
So that is every Thursday and every Friday. So if I'm making 500 cedis averagely in a night, these 2 places gives me 1K. I run that by 4 weeks. It's giving me like 4K. Now my company is going to pay me like 2.5K a month. I mean,
I get
the
it.
scale.
But you're making money.
I'm not. I'm broke. My boss is here.
No, you can't be broke. So is there a time where you say, okay, to hell with accounting, and then you focus just on music?
Oh yeah, I resigned from work.
Wait, you have?
No, I resigned.
You resigned from?
Yes.
Okay.
So somewhere last year I resigned from work. I resigned from work. I was like, look, let me use my car. Let me just drive Uber. When I'm done, I'll just go and play my show. I'll be fine. So I resigned. But then when I was sitting, I was like, look, I want to build a career, you see.
Okay.
And at a point, my dad was like, look, if you know it's music you want to do, let's go and change your course. And I told him, nah, I planned my life way back in theaters. I just don't want to go back to those things.
Okay.
So I was like, look, I need to plan. Like, I want to have a career. So then I started writing out applications. And then I think a month after sending out application, I got a job. So I had to start. But then on terms, my boss has been seeing me post videos of myself, and then he was like, whoa, is that what I do? I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So sometimes when I'm going to Royal Senchi, he has a house in Akosombo. So when I'm moving there, he wants to tag along because sometimes he is there on weekends. So once I'm going there, then I mean it's time for him to also come pass by. So that's where the thing started from. So I mean, music, places where I've been, if not for music, when I normally I'll never be there. Like, I would never be. Like maybe on TV, on radio, on some restaurants and all those things. Maybe even the connects I have now, probably even not for music, I wouldn't get to those connects.
Okay.
Yes. So music has this been like one of the best ventures you get. Like, yeah.
So what's the future like for Clemuzick and the band?
Okay, so we are looking at moving out of the country. We just don't want to just be like local champions.
You want to carry your talent and leave the country?
Oh, no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we don't want to be local champions, right? We need to spread the feel. We play, and then people go like, Charlie, if you're in Netherlands, it will not be bad, or like let's try and get you there. So it's like trying to now sell the band
internationally
and trying to sell us. We really want to create a standard that once you hear Clemuzick acoustic, you know what you're getting. It's like inviting Sarkodie to a show. You know what to expect, right? So that is the level. It's all about the legacy. I mean, there have been people who have been in the acoustic space and trying to break through. So why don't we also help and do our part in whatever it is, so that the people who are also playing in their rooms can come out and also make a living. So it's more like seeing ourselves. Okay, let's also try and open spaces. Now I'm looking at the point where I'm not going to sing again. Probably I'm just going to have some people like. I mean, now he doesn't sing again. Like he just has people and he just puts them on.
I'm sure he does sometimes.
Well, I mean,
but not as often as he used to.
Yes, exactly. So that is the level we want to get to, where we're also going to put people on, because that is the exposure we got. So we just put people on and then just move ourselves outside this country to other places, and then build something solid and not something. Most of the times when you find musicians and everything, everybody wants to just play the shabu shabu and then just go like. But we are just looking at having a whole institution, like a whole academy for this. You get it? So that it's going to look like, if you need to book an acoustic guitarist, probably we can serve as the intermediary between those people and then those people who want the services, and then the artists. So that's what we want to see ourselves. We
That's
just
a
want
big
to
dream.
Create a whole brand.
I think it's just right for you to bless us with a song, don't you think?
Oh, all right, that's fine.
Okay, so let's go.
Can I get a guitar though?
Oh, okay, yes, you can get a guitar. Okay, I hope this guitar works for you.
You never have to mess with your boss's wife. Okay. Baby, I don't wanna be a woman as a please. Don't you tell me that I wanna be the G. Forever I put a ring on your finger, baby. Baby, yeah, you be the one I go love in my life. Shorty, please be my wife. I go love you forever, no go lie you, baby. Cause I wanna be your baby. Girl, I no go do you shiggy. Baby, would you be my babe? Cause I wanna be your babe. Girl, I no go do you shiggy. Baby, would you be my babe? I just wanna make your body feel so lonely too. Baby, give me chance, make I love you too. My pocket no dry, you be lovely too. So can't tell me all, cause I want your body. Baby, one thing, no get you cool. My baby, you know really say I wanna too. I wanna wonder. I wanna wonder. And then I hold mommy breast, oh baby please, yeah. Cause I wanna be your baby. Girl, I know go do you shiggy. Baby, would you be my baby? Cause I wanna be your baby. Girl, I know go do you shiggy. Baby, would you be my baby? Show me your jigger, let me see. And let me see the woman that is with. I put a couple $1,000 in the wrist. Omo, they can't touch you. I never seen this kind, babe. But they do some kind things, make you feel some kind way. I'm just trying to get laid. Cause I do some kind chicks do me for the rap. Baby, make a fire you with my machine gun. 16 rounds, I'll be King Kong. Daddy, make a song for you, my brand new song. Baby, Lord. Señorita, mamacita, body bad and the grace for your futures. Nice to meet you, the musica. Only one I see for my future. Oh, I wanna kiss your body a thing or two. Yeah, you know the things we do. This love me no be joke, no April fool. yeah, just some more, you miss a oh man, my bones, oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they get enough time for me. I wanna live with you. I get the reason why I can't let go. Girl, you never know. Congasso, madam suffer, find your love. Girl, you never know. Congasso, madam
Oh,
suffer.
that's beautiful. So, do you have a specific genre of music you like to play? I know you do all, but probably you have a favorite.
So during the lockdown, I was doing some acoustic sections. I was doing country music, basically. And then I kind of felt like, okay, so that's that kind of music that I feel like I'm very, very comfortable in. So mostly in my small space, I like doing country music a lot.
Oh.
And so those are some of
Is
the
there a
things.
market for country music here?
There is for the elite.
Okay.
I mean, when you go for gigs where you're meeting the elite people, they really like country music. Once you play it, they are just blown away. Like they are not expecting you to kind of like, okay, so this guy could actually play this, that guy could actually do that. I mean, a whole lot of things. But I mean, when you come to, I mean, the general, there's
Afrobeat nah.
no. But do you actually know that in Ghana, High Lives actually sells more than Afrobeat? Now, when I go
Even
out
among
there,
the young people?
trust me,
Okay.
when I go outside and I'm playing, people vibe more with the High Life
High
songs than the Afrobeat songs.
What
I mean,
about Gen Z people?
I don't think so.
So, I mean, you're busy. I mean, you're doing accounting, you're doing music, you're managing your band and all of that. Do you have some time to just wind down?
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yes, I barely have time. I barely have time, because the thing is, there are a lot of things that comes into play, because I have a whole lot of responsibilities and a whole lot of things. Now, I happen to be an orphan, so I have to take care of my siblings, right?
Okay.
So I would need to find myself in a better place where I could actually help them. So if I decide that, okay, now I want to rest, then it means I've gotten to the level where I know if I sleep, I'll be making
Yes.
thousands, right?
Your money works for you.
Yes. But until that level, until it gets to that time, I mean, the hard work still needs to go on. So right now, resting, I doubt. I really
So you
doubt.
kill yourself.
Oh no, I don't. I try,
But is there a partner, someone that you can talk to, you can just relax in your bosom?
I talk to my siblings a lot.
So there's no girlfriend?
There
or
is. Oh,
wife?
there is. Come on.
Of
please.
course
There is.
now.
There is, but
Clemuzick.
oh, there is, but there is that. But there are always issues. There is. She's understanding. I mean, sometimes she'll be awake till I close from the gig,
Aww.
get to the house before she goes to bed. I mean, sometimes she tags along. Now I have to. So once from the gig, I have to drive her back to the
Back
house.
home. All that stress.
What we do for love.
So if someone wants to, book Clemuzick or the band for an event or anything, just share your socials. How can they reach you? And all?
Okay.
Let me help you
So
with this.
so
whilst
yeah.
you do
So
that.
personally, you can reach me on Instagram and on Twitter. You can reach me. My handle is at Clemuzick, Clemuzick, Clemuzick. So both on Instagram and then on Twitter. And you can also text via the band page on Instagram at clem.novaacoustics on IG, and then you can reach out. When you go on my Instagram, you find my number there. You can send me a mail, you can just call, or even a WhatsApp text will be fine. We just pick it from there. Or you can leave us a message too, either on Instagram or on Twitter, and then we pick it from there.
Finally, before you leave, what do you have to tell someone out there who wants to try acoustic music?
So I'm not going to tell you the road is going to be easy, because there are sometimes that people downplay what you actually do, and there are sometimes people do not really see the value of what you do. So My best advice is never give up. You need to keep going. Nobody's going to um nobody's going to assure you of a smooth road, right? But just like you have ups and downs in your life, in your music career or in that journey, there'll be ups and downs, and then you need to focus. You need to stay focused, irrespective of what you're facing, irrespective of the difficulties you find yourself in. You need to focus on what you're doing. Like, just look at the end game and just keep going. You'll be broken, like you'll be shattered, but you need to pick the pieces up, build yourself up again, and just hit the road. I mean, you'll be fine. I mean,
You'll be fine.
yes.
Thank you so much, Clemuzick, for
You're
coming
welcome.
by.
Thank you so
I
much
really
for
had a
having
good
me.
time having a conversation with you, and I wish you all the best in whatever
you.
it is you're
Thank
doing.
you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me as well.
Thank you. You're welcome.
All right.
And that was Clemuzick. And whatever you're doing, don't give up. So far as the desire and the passion is there, just keep pushing. One day you're gonna reap whatever you've sown. And that was Muse Talk. My name is Gadede Akusebefia. This episode was brought to you by Sweet Flower. They are expert in putting your sanitary products together. So whatever makes you comfortable, you get to pick whatever you want. So from your preferred sanitary pads to panty liners to heat pads to water bottles, whatever makes you comfortable, you yourself select and put these things together at an affordable price. How good is this? My name is Gadede Akusebe. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and bye-bye.